every time you cross the street, there are odds that you can die.
Every time you wake up, there's an odd that
every
you might get hit by a lightning,
a
bolt of lightning.
I mean, we speaking right now, there are odds of us getting struck by lightning or a truck coming through the window. There are odds. But Apple wants a number to it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Background Buzz. This is episode 6, part 1. This is our news buzz where we talk about the video game and tech and just media news of the week. If this is your first time listening to a Background Buzz video, we record every Saturday and we post our videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. On Tuesday, we post our thoughts on the news of the past week. On Thursday, we post our games of the week where we talk about whatever game we've been playing. Yeah. And Saturday is our topic of the week. And we also do just random one-off reviews. And
once in a while, we go out and watch a movie and we're going to review it.
Yeah, so I think this week you'll see a review for Jumanji and The Shape of Water.
These are like relevant news movies, so please check it out. We actually reviewed The Last Jedi, Shape of Water, and Jumanji.
Yeah.
So please check us out. Check out what we think about it. Check out our rating. And tell us what you think about our rating.
But today, we're just going through the, nerdy news of the week.
Nerdy news.
So today we have four articles on the list. The first one is all these articles will be linked in the description below. And
Good boy.
And this first article comes from IGN.com.
Yeah, it's going off Apple, Steve. Jesus.
Apple confirms it slows down those iPhones. I feel like this is.
Oh my god.
This has been a rumor for a long time.
That's so fucked up.
Alright, before we jump to conclusion, let's hear their side of this.
Alright.
If you subscribe to the theory where Apple slows down its old products, congratulations, your conspiracy theory mindset has finally paid off. The Verge went ahead and tested older iPhones and found out that older iPhones do in fact run more slowly, and replacing the battery in older iPhones returns CPU speed back to where they ought to be. However, Apple admits it slows down older iPhones. The reason isn't as sinister as trying to force you to buy a new one. Rather, the slowdown is designed to improve battery and performance of older phones. Apple responded to the Verge request for a comment saying, older lithium-ion batteries become less capable of supplying peak currency demands under certain conditions with the age. This can result in device unexpectedly shutting down, according to Apple. The update for phones with older batteries might slow them down, but it also prevents random and total shutdowns.
Well, I will say this. I am no techie. So them saying this as an explanation might be true.
Yeah.
Might be true. I mean, I have no idea. But the fact that they didn't future-proof their technology, like they created something and like it'll 2 generations like into the future, it can't handle it. I mean, I guess that's how technology moves forward. I mean, how slow is it though? I guess that's the real question.
No, I don't think it's a fact of them future-proofing. I think the technology and the old iPhones are still relevant. It's just the battery, and Apple isn't a battery manufacturer, right? Like they buy batteries from other companies to put in their phones, and if those batteries can't last as long as they want it to be, I think. I mean, I'm not going to take Apple's side here, but I think what they're saying is, we're faced with 2 options. We release a phone 2 or 3 years later, or operating system updates, you add new features, whatever, and because your old phone, the battery is dying, we could either curb these new features, make your phone run slower, or we could just give you everything, but your phone might crash unexpectedly.
How much did Apple pay you to say that, Steve? Please tell me.
$10 an hour. I'm on the payroll.
You son of a bitch! Trade us! I think you're right. I think it has more to do with, like they said, like I guess I'm going to take their word for it. The technology that was put in these phones can't keep up with like the new features that they're adding.
And I'll tell you what, I'm
going to buy it.
I'll tell you guys, for the camera, I own an iPhone 6s. This is at this point, like a 3-year-old phone. And
it works fine.
It works fine.
It works fine.
Like, how fast do you want your phone to be?
I have that phone too.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
I have that phone too, and it works perfectly fine.
That's why
fast.
when I hear the kids complaining on the internet, I'm like, what are you doing on your phone that this isn't fast enough? Like, I Instagram, I post on YouTube, I do my Tinder. This is fine.
You can go back and forth between your Tinder, your Instagram, your Facebook, your CNNs, your mainstream media. Like, you can literally go back and forth between it seamlessly on this phone.
And what I will say is that
what is that? The 6?
I appreciate the transparency because I feel like a lot of companies would have just been like, no, don't know what you're talking about, no comment. Like, I appreciate how they're like, okay, well,
why did they come out with that?
I think if people sort of like picked up on it, like they couldn't hide anymore.
It's interesting that they came out and released that information.
But I guess, if people are this upset, maybe they should just give people a choice, right? Like, hey, if you, this is the settings we think will make your phone run better. It's gonna run slower, but the battery won't crash. But hey, if you're so gung ho on like having the best of the best, you know what? We won't fuck with your phone. Here it is. And if it crashes, I feel like maybe they should give people a choice.
I feel like that would have been better.
Yeah, just give people a choice.
Because then at the end, people can't bitch about what's happening because they were given a choice.
They were given a choice.
And one choice is obviously way better than the other one, but if they chose the other way, then that's on them.
Yeah.
And if they have the option to go back, then they will go back. So yeah, I thought it was interesting that.
I thought it was interesting that they kind of confirmed this because this has been a rumor for a while.
It confirms.
But I think, let us know what you guys think about this in the comments, but I think we're done with the story.
Yeah. And if you comment and it takes a while,
I think
blame it on that.
This is pretty cool because we talked about loot boxes as it relates to Battlefield in the past. So Apple now requires games offering loot boxes to disclose the odds. I guess this is so they require them to disclose like the odds of like you getting whatever item that you want. I guess this is a way to combat the idea that loot boxes are kind of gambling.
Every time you cross the street, there are odds that you can die.
Every time you wake up, there's an odd that
every
you
time,
might get hit by a lightning.
Every time,
bolt of lightning.
I mean, we speaking right now, there are odds of us getting struck by lightning or a truck coming through the window. There are odds. But Apple wants a number to it.
No, I think this is in direct response from like parents whining about, or not even parents. I think gamers whining about how loot boxes are gambling and like it's sort of like a pay to win situation. So I don't see anything wrong with this. I don't because they're not telling developers they can't add loot boxes to their game. They're just saying if you're gonna add a loot box to your game, disclose the odds. I feel like that's fair.
I'm reading the article right now. There's an interesting paragraph. The very last paragraph, if you check out the link, it says the ESRB said it doesn't consider loot boxes gambling, and the UK Gambling Commission determined loot boxes don't qualify as gambling under British law.
Yeah.
Likewise, earlier this month, New Zealand's gambling regulatory concluded loot boxes aren't gambling.
Yeah.
So internationally, loot boxes are not seen as gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but even if they're not gambling, what's the harm in disclosing the odds of winning in a loot box? Like, from my perspective, as like a consumer, more disclosure is always better because it's never gonna hurt a consumer to know more about what they're buying.
No, I mean, if you know the odds, that might affect the way whether or not you want to buy this loot box.
Yeah, and it won't. It won't, knowing more about the odds will never hurt the consumer. So I'm with Apple. Maybe I'm on the payroll, but I'm with Apple on this decision. Like, why not tell the consumer?
I'm not. I guess where I stand on this is like loot boxes to me seem predatory, as in like companies are definitely using them as a way to get more money out of consumers. For sure. They're using more money. And these loot boxes operate under this mechanic where you buy it and you don't know what you're going to get. You can get a great thing or not so great.
It kind of reminds me of the old days where you would I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day where you would buy a random pack and you didn't know what you're getting. And now that I think about it, that was predatory as fuck because I was a kid.
I spent so much money on
yeah.
those cards. Yeah, it was totally predatory. Now, there weren't as much rules and regulations because I'm not sure how much money. I bet Yu-Gi-Oh made so much money. But what EA is making off of like Battle,
way more.
I mean, it is it is so high.
So, what do you think about like this move? Are you okay with this?
As far as Apple, first of all, I think Apple is a private company. They can do whatever they want. Like if they choose to make this as part of their requirement when they offer, then that's all. That's
their incentive. Yeah.
That's their point. Also, Apple has always taken a point of addressing issues like this. So, like, I remember one time news came out that kids were like buying shit on app stores and like without their parents' consent.
And they added the password.
And they added the password. Like they're always good about addressing issues like this, and I guess this is just one of those issues that they address. And I feel like it won't affect their sales because, like, you know, Apple's not really a big gaming platform. Right?
Yeah, and overall, I think like more disclosure is always good for the consumer. So I
agree. I like this. Yeah, I like this. Can I introduce this new storyline?
Go for it.
Okay,
so it wouldn't happen any other way, Wilson.
I'm going to go with, well, you're looking at Star Wars, so I'm going to look at Star Wars The Last Jedi has second biggest opening of all time.
What is the second two, Wilson?
I'm going to guess Force Awakens. I'm going to guess Force Awakens. So, guys, if you're a Star Wars fan, or if you're a Disney fan, or if you're just a fan of making money, this is great news because, like, The Last Jedi made so much more money, and it's steaming ahead. And you know what? This is a movie that's highly divisive. It currently has, the last I know, 56% audience ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, but a high rating as far as critics. And who knows? We didn't have that much competition anyway, right? Like, what was the biggest movie that came out this week?
This week?
Jumanji.
No, yeah. Jumanji. It's definitely the biggest movie of the year, but I think it trailing Force Awakens is kind of like the relevant point, right? Because you would expect sequels to do better.
I also read and I heard, and I agree with this point, that Force Awakens was a unique cinematic experience in that it was a long time.
It was the first Star Wars movie.
It was the first Star Wars after the prequels, under a new company, Disney, J.J. Abrams. Like, there was so much going on, the anticipation. It was a worldwide phenomenon. After that, a little bit of that base got a little disheartened by what Force Awakens offered. Even I was like, I think I'm not too excited because I didn't like what it offered. So some of that cut off. So it's reasonable to know that this isn't as much as Force Awakens, but it's still made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I'm sure the corporate hat.
Yeah, the mouse is happy. The mouse is fine. The mouse is fine.
Wait, Wilson, could I introduce this last article because this strikes my heart?
Okay, so that's it with Last Jedi. Also, check out our review. We did a Last Jedi review.
You might not know this because we never talked about this game on our podcast, but I'm a huge Atlas fan. You know, the Personas, and specifically Catherine.
Yeah.
Catherine, full body confirmed for the West.
Wow.
So I'm going to read this straight from, this comes from IGN. Atlas has announced Catherine, full body, is coming to the West. While a release date for the West is yet to be revealed, the first official Japanese trailer below whatever said the forthcoming Catherine remake will launch next winter, which could be as late as early 2019.
Wow.
But I'm down to wait. Catherine Full Body was revealed earlier this week for PlayStation 4 and PS Vita. And yeah, it's a remake which will add a number of new features. So in addition to Catherine with a C and Catherine with a K, Full Body will feature a third love interest for Vincent named Ren, who also has her own unique story content. Other additions include new endings and story episodes, as well as a wide array of difficulty options. Wilson, I'm a huge fan of Catherine.
Not only am I a huge fan of Catherine, Catherine was one of my favorite PS3 games that I played.
And not only are they remaking it, but they're remaking it, and it sounds like it's not just like another we're gonna poop out some game. Like they're adding new content to it. Like I feel like they're putting really a lot of love into this remake.
No, I saw a featurette of the remake of Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah.
And these remakes are no joke. Like,
Yeah.
They actually hire a development team
Yeah.
that build it from the ground up. This isn't like you're like, oh, we're just gonna improve the graphics and like that's it. Like this is like a complete revamp of games. Like PlayStation is making up a point of like bringing these old classics to the modern age. And you're right, they're doing a great job of like adding new features to it. So
and I think
is there new characters?
It's gonna be very reminiscent of like Persona 4, where like if you played Persona 4 on the PS2, it was cool, but when they remade it for the Vita, they upgraded the graphics, they add new controls where like you could in the original Persona 4 you can only control your own character. In the Vita remake you can control all the characters. They added a new love interest, they added new stories. So I mean, and I'm a big fan of Atlas. It pleases me so much to know that they're putting like actual love into this remake of Catherine. I'm for sure gonna buy
And
it.
Catherine is such a great game. I mean, it's so stylistic. Like the story, the imagery. Like you're like a sheep at some point.
Yeah.
You're like a sheep.
I do want to mention
It's so fucking good.
that one of the new additions is a wide array of difficulty options. Because I mean,
did you have a difficulty option?
no, there were difficulty levels, but I always felt that the original Catherine was like brutally and unforgivingly hard.
I played it normal,
Yeah.
and I felt like that was challenging, but not impossible.
Not anything was impossible, but I thought it was like, I mean, I think everyone has a different skill level, but for me at least, I thought it was like punishing to the point where the gameplay wasn't fun. Like it was so punishing. So I think and I think when they say difficulty option, I don't think that means level because that was in the original game. I think maybe they'll like maybe make the puzzle a little bit different or maybe more intuitive. We'll see what that means.
We'll see. I just think that it's great that they're remaking Catherine just because it sort of acknowledges the fact that it was such a great game.
Yeah.
That people love this game and people are willing to bring it back. They're remastering Shadow of Colossus 2, a PlayStation 2 game that was remastered for, I think, for the PS3 and now being remastered for PlayStation 4. I think Sony's making an effort to bring back these classic games that perhaps younger gamers haven't played. Catherine is an easy game to miss. Like, you could have gone through your whole PS3 generation and not played Catherine 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you hear that, oh, it's being remastered, then all of a sudden...
Now it's a good time to jump in.
Also, you're like, well, it's being remastered for a reason. Like, it's not a bullshit
And it
game.
makes you go back and watch the original reviews or read the original reviews.
Yes.
And like, those are going to be amazing.
Yeah, check out the news. This is good news to me.
Let us know what you think about the Catherine remake or any of these 4 stories we mentioned on the episode. Yeah, this is our News Buzz episode. If this is your first time watching, please look out, subscribe, like to our channel. We post videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you have any like suggestions, comment below or send an email to our email address, backgroundbuzzpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I'm Steve.
I'm Wilson.
Until next time, keep the buzz going.
Later, guys.